Hey everybody, Customikes here. We are at Southern Oregon Rod and Custom Show, and we're in Building A with a bunch of the celebrities like Carly and Johnny D and Oz Welch and his beautiful wife from Oz Welch Customs. We built a lot of cars for Johnny D, but we have an opportunity to chat with him today and maybe do a little walk
You're
around
going to get a million views, I promise.
and get to know him a little bit more than what most people have. Yes, he posts a lot of pictures and he's built a lot of cars, but I figured a few minutes with Oz Welch of Oz Kustoms Fame would be a cool thing. So what I wanted to know first is tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and how you got there.
Well, long story how I got there, but I'm Oz Custom from Orville, California, Oz Welch, and I've been building custom cars for a lot of years. A lot of cars you'd know, a lot of cars you probably don't know. Probably the ones, I don't know, they all have their own thing, but cars I built for John stand out pretty good. There are some cool cars, the Gable, and there's
that was here last year.
That was here last year, yeah. So we got Gable 2 coming out now that I'm building, 41 Caddy for John, and it's gonna that car is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, where can they see sneak peeks of that one?
Yeah, exactly.
On your Facebook page?
On my Facebook page, yeah. I'll be dropping some pictures of it here coming out pretty soon.
And then who's that beautiful lady sitting
That's
next
my
to you? Unbelievably
that's
beautiful
my
lady.
young bride. Most people think she's my daughter. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
But that's my wife of 25 years marriage, 28 years together. So, and I guess it works. She still likes me, so.
I know you must be doing something right.
I'm doing something right, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been building cars for a long time. And, a lot of cool cars. But don't know if I have a favorite. Not sure.
The next one?
Yeah, the next one.
The next one. That's my favorite.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got some. Your store. I see your cars that you built all over the place, and you're good at posting on social media and stuff too.
I'm not as good as I probably should be on that, but I try.
You're getting a lot better.
I'm getting better.
Yeah. We try to honor
With
you too.
teenagers in the house, they school you on how to do stuff.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of pictures of your shop and stuff, and one of these days I'm going to rope John in to come over and we'll do some more shooting.
Yep. Yeah, anytime.
It's just how many cars do you got going in there?
Oh man, I don't know.
Too many.
Probably. I don't know. There's 20 cars in the shop probably right now or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And all of them are radical, aren't they?
All of them are radical. Yeah. They're all this caliber. Almost every one of them. The same type of build. But I've done D'Agostino 20. I think I built him probably the last 22 cars.
Wow, 22.
So 22 for him.
Wow.
So it's a lot.
Been doing it since you were young?
Been doing it since I was young.
Yeah. What was the first car you chopped?
55 Ford truck.
55 Ford truck.
In 1976.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
1976. I'm working on right now the top I just did on a 58 Caddy for Jerry Logan. That was number 399th chop.
Wow.
So this next chop will be 400th.
Wow. Somebody special is going to try to get that one.
Everybody's already in line fighting for it, but you know what? I might take it. Johnny's trying to take it too.
That's what I figured. That's why I said it a little louder.
I'll pay extra money.
Yeah.
What do you want? An extra 20 grand?
Yeah, maybe. It might be worth it.
I don't want 401.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 400 would be a good one. Yeah. And I'm gonna at 400. I'm gonna start doing brass tags in the doors.
Nice.
So I'm gonna start at 400. So it'll be 400 and then 401, 402.
Don't know. Now it's 30 grand.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't tell them the brass tags 10. But yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
Should be exciting. So.
Yeah, and you're not afraid of doing crazy stuff either. Was it this one you cut the top off?
This one, the top is off right now, actually.
Because so you have a chopped top car that you already chopped the top on, and then for some reason you decide to cut that top off.
Yeah, but I got a theory.
You got a theory. I want to hear this one.
All right. So I've owned this car for, I don't know, 40 years. And I probably chopped it 35 years ago or something. So I drove the car around. It's been every color in the world. And the last few cars that I Mercs that I chopped, I kind of like the way I chop them better now.
Uh-huh.
And so I decided to re-chop the car. So instead of re-chopping the car, it's easier to start with a fresh canvas. So I sold the roof to a buddy of mine, which ended up being a really good relationship with him. So that was already in itself was a win-win to me.
So you cut that chop top off of your car to weld it onto another car.
Yes, and then
So
I
you
took
could
his
take that-
virgin top and I chopped it and put it on this car. So
So you're doing the same amount of welds per inch wise, just in a different area.
exactly, you got it. See, that's a good theory, right?
Yeah.
I just created more work for myself.
The same amount of welding and grinding, just in a different place. But you'll end up happier.
Exactly,
You
and
know?
he's happy. So I'm
Well,
happy.
I mean, he has a legendary top built 35 years ago on his car.
Yeah,
There's something to that.
yeah, there is something to that. You're right.
Yeah.
So,
You know, and you get to do whatever you want
Yep.
with a fresh setup.
exactly.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
It's
I
a
get it.
win-win.
Yep. So I was hoping to kind of walk around and
Let's
show a little bit
let's
with
do
you.
it. Glad to.
And just reflect on some of the
Yep,
cool custom stuff
let's do
that's
it.
here, you know.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk past this one. You know. We'll start with this
Yeah,
one
all
right
right,
here.
we can do that.
What I like about this one is the story behind it.
I
Eric
like-
took me and
you know
told me
what?
some stuff.
I like the story behind it too.
Yeah.
And I remember the car. I'm sitting over there. I'm looking at the car, thinking, I know Angel Eyes. I'm trying to think where I seen it before.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it. I built a car for a Rod and Culture magazine, which was the '56 Buick wagon.
Okay.
The candy red, black, the 3-shade. And I built it, and we showed at Blackie's show in Fresno.
Uh-huh.
And this car was actually behind the wagon, so I got to spend a lot of time between the two
Looking
cars
at it,
looking
yeah.
at this car.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I remember that. I had to remember all the, you go to so many shows. So that's where I remember the car from. And that had to be early 2000s.
Uh-huh.
And so I remember the car. And if I remember right, I think the guy who drove the car, because in my head, I think he was in a wheelchair.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, so that's what I remember. I remember the wheelchair and the guy being around the car. So that was kind of standing out. But I remember looking at the car, a different build. And here's another thing I didn't know if you knew. Rich, who puts this show on, he built this car. So back in the day, he's the one who, I don't know how much he did on it, but he did do work on this car.
Yeah, he told me this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't know either until this morning.
I didn't know
He
neither.
painted it like 20 years ago.
I didn't know he painted it.
Yeah, he painted it 20 years ago.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess
And
that's a
actually
Packard
the
color.
paint that's on it.
Yeah, that's crazy. It looks good.
Yeah,
It's
20
holding
years.
up well. Yep, that looks really good.
This has a few
Yep.
touch-ups done, but
Yeah,
very
sure.
minor.
Yeah, but it sure does look good. I mean, I like all the Oz grill in it.
Yeah.
The Wayne head and the 6-cylinder is awesome.
Yeah, it's very traditional
Yes.
feel to it.
Every part on it's old, so
Yeah.
there's nothing new. It's all traditional. Pontiac side trim, Packard tail
I know,
lights.
I love that. That is
Yep,
just a,
yep.
that's probably the sexiest piece
Yep.
of trim out there,
Yep,
you know?
Yep.
And I love this window part too.
Yeah, I like it too. Yep.
know.
5960 dash. I mean, it's just old steering wheel. It's just there's so much cool parts on the car. If you just look, upside down bumpers flipped upside down. So there's a
And
lot
they're
of little.
Pontiac bumpers, if I
Exactly.
remember correctly.
Yep. They're Pontiac bumpers flipped upside down. Olds grill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
really cool car.
The old skill set versus the new skill set, and there's nothing wrong with either.
Right.
But it's like a theme. The old school makes them feel a little bit more alive.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And the shoebox over there is an absolutely gorgeous
Yeah.
car. And it's almost too perfect.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I love the car, don't take
I
it
like
the
it
wrong
too.
way. But they
Yeah.
have two completely different feels.
Yeah, they do, exactly.
And it's the same
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the 60 CAD.
Yeah.
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 Ken Dick built
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
And an absolutely gorgeous, perfect
Yeah.
car
Mhm.
with virtually unlimited
Yeah.
budget.
But almost looks untouchable.
Yes.
And this one here, you could think that would be a fun car to drive.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The 6-cylinder is cool. The Wayne head on the 6-cylinder is cool. A lot of cool dress-up parts on the motor that's cool.
Yeah.
And if you ever drove or heard an inline 6 with split exhaust, there's nothing
Oh, yeah.
like it.
Yep.
You know that sound of that motor.
Absolutely.
It just stands out by itself.
Yeah, it's got the Fenton headers
Exactly.
on it too.
Yep.
Yeah, done very traditional.
Yep,
You know?
that's a cool piece.
Yeah.
54 Merc, Will Wells.
Yeah, that's the guy right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
really
even
cool car.
stuff like the way they cut for the lake
Yeah,
pipe.
exactly. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
it's got a cool design
Yep.
feature. The way they have the little spears coming out.
Yeah, really cool. Cool car.
Good flow. I even
Yep.
love the two-tone.
I like the two-tone too. I like
Yeah.
the car.
It looks like they lengthen it a little bit too.
They raised the top of the quarters up and brought them back a little bit for the Packard tail light.
Yeah.
So this is like a 51. So the quarters are already a little bit longer than a 49 or 50.
Yeah.
But these are taller and brought up a little
Yeah.
taller. But they look good. It looks really nice.
Yeah, top line is beautiful.
58
too.
Impala scoop in the back.
I know. All the right touches. You know?
Yeah, that'd be a fun car right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the shoebox. I mean, I love the shoebox too.
If
And
I was going to give an award at the show,
Yeah.
for me, I would probably give it to that box.
Yeah.
Because I'm a paint guy too.
Yep, yep.
So I'm really big into fades, and I
Uh-huh.
like my fades to look like that. And that's not super easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really impressed on the fade on this car that
Yep.
Tommy did a really well job. And I strive to do those multi-shaded
Yep.
pearls
It's
blended.
so well
Subtle,
done
yeah.
that if you don't look for it, you almost don't
Exactly.
see it.
Yep.
But
And
I
that's
can
how-
I can imagine this thing out in the sun.
Yes,
Yeah.
that car's pretty. That's a well-built
Yeah.
car. All
This-
Tommy's stuff's well built. Honestly,
Yeah.
he's a good builder.
Absolutely. And I look at it, and I've been torn. I'm looking at the custom. Which custom do
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the best? And I'm torn.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I mean, even Carly's. You know, it's just a whole different style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You know, and it's
yeah.
got its fade and all that stuff
Yeah.
on it too.
Yeah.
But it's again different. It's Winfield, and it's a whole different feel.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
These three cars are all three customs, all three different cars.
Absolutely.
So, and
you get-
you're right. They have all three different feel.
Yep. I would
Yeah.
have loved to see actually the caddy sitting like here.
I would have liked to seen it too.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. So
Then you
and
got
the-
this style.
That's
one.
that's old too. That
Yeah.
is that started off with Gemelli, John Gemelli built
Oh,
it.
that's why I recognize
That's
it.
where you seen it from.
Yeah, but what color was it? It's like an orangey?
It was like a copper color.
Copper color, that's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
So
Now I'm like looking at it, why I haven't seen that. I've seen that
yep,
before.
that's it. The guy who owns it now bought it from John, I think he said about 12 years ago. So I probably haven't even seen the car for probably 12 years
Yeah.
or something.
I think
So,
the last time I saw it was like at one of the Rod Powell picnics or something way back.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But still
John
listen-
tends to go, he wants to do different things, and he takes them just a little bit further than most other people
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
And sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it's just
You know what?
not my style.
It's not none of his stuff's my style. However, you got to give him a hats off to him for coming up with his own crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy. I call him Crazy John.
Yeah,
and
I'm
he,
with you.
He comes up with the craziest stuff, and I laugh when I see it, but I like it because.
Well, he's stretching the envelope.
He's pushing.
You know?
He's pushing it,
He'd absolutely
and,
push it.
and he don't really think inside the box. That's for sure.
No, he's a nonconformist builder.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love all the lines.
Yeah, the fadeaways
flow.
and 49 Buick taillights.
Yeah. Gorgeous car.
Yeah, really cool.
There's so many beautiful cars here. I mean, it's like hard to pick and hard to. But in my heart, I'm more of a custom, so that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
But one that caught my attention too, and I mean, we got a little bit of everything here too, late model stuff too,
Yeah.
and with the right living props.
Yeah.
But this truck right here, although not so traditional custom, there's some really nice custom work done to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. This is the first time I'm walking up on it. So
Yeah. But
it looks good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even the way he did the hinges and stuff, and how he kept it clean in the areas.
Yeah.
And how the rubber fits and stuff.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Yeah,
to
no,
me.
it looks really, really nice. Suicide doors, flip front, and kind of a little bit, maybe 70s looking when they did a lot of the flip front end stuff.
Yeah.
And
But it's got a pro mod feel. It's got a custom feel.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
got, all that
Yep.
type of stuff. And part of the reason for me is that I'm doing that 48 pack at Hirsch.
yes,
And it's gonna have a tilt front
Yeah,
end too.
uh-huh.
So this is kind of a neat way that
yeah,
he has it done.
really cool. Yeah, those are electric also.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
So and even these guys, how he
Yeah,
walks
the
it
pins.
down.
Yeah, really cool.
You know.
Yeah, the centering pins. Yeah.
And I mean, there's no right or wrong way. It's just you build what.
That's
and
the thing
key,
about
build what
customs.
you
That's
love.
cool.
Yeah.
A custom, you know, you can do traditional. You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
Don't make it right. Don't make it wrong. It's your build and your
Yeah.
design, and what comes in your head, you do it.
And I mean, even these, they're totally custom, but a whole different
Whole
purpose.
different thing, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I love it for their efforts and stuff. But again, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I love the thought, and it's kind of exciting. I would never build a dragster for myself.
Yeah.
But I can see myself do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I just bought a '59 ranch wagon,
Oh yeah. Nice.
and so that one, you know, even
Oh,
though
yep.
technically it's not a custom,
Yeah.
it is so
But-
well done.
Really cool. That would be another driver. That would be that would be a fun car to drive.
And
You
I
know,
mean,
I want to do some of those for myself also, like a little simpler,
Yeah.
but still nice and fun to drive.
You know, when I bought the '59, I was actually down picking up some harness and the computer for my Vista Cruiser wagon from a friend of mine, and he had that '59 sitting in the driveway and a '57 Ranchero. And so I'm talking to him, and I go, yeah, I'm going to sell this one because I bought this because I couldn't find the Ranchero, and then I found the Ranchero, so now I got to sell this one. And 10 minutes later, I bought it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You still have it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So I sent the picture to my wife. This is the first time in 30 years she's gone, you're going to buy that, right?
I get that a lot.
and
Not so much anymore. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Add to the next 100 that you have. Just put them in a pile. Put them in
Yeah,
pile
yeah,
B.
But I walked up and saw this, and I'm like, this is what I would like for mine
Yeah,
to look like
yeah.
eventually. But mine's a 4-door, which is okay.
I'm okay with 4 doors now too.
Yeah, but I want to make it either a 4-door hardtop or a 2-door hardtop. You know?
Yeah.
Because I really like those, but
Yeah.
I couldn't pass this '59 up.
Yeah.
It was just, it had almost no rust in it.
Yeah. Wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
You know? So
I really like them.
Yep. So
I
this
didn't-
is like a custom with the C on
Yeah.
a light basis.
Yeah.
You know. Then you get the street rod world,
You got street rods.
and it's really not my thing, but you know, the amount of work done into them.
I can admire the hours. There's still hours put
yeah.
in there. It's not my what I would build because I'm just traditional custom.
Yeah.
White walled guy, but
Yep.
But I can appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, I love the way this 2-tone split.
Yeah.
I love it when they do it that
Yeah.
way.
I like it too.
So, you know.
Yep.
But you know, there's nothing wrong with either. You
No.
like forward drive, you like
Yeah.
muscle
exactly.
cars.
That Nova's a nice Nova.
Yeah.
This Willys
perfect.
is a nice Willys.
Yeah, dude,
That's
it's
a nice
perfection.
car. Yeah. Really
But
nice.
again, it's to me, well, part of my problem. I'm 6'4",
Yeah.
and you know, I don't fit real well.
Yeah.
in those.
No. Exactly.
And then you know, it's like I can't cruise. I'm more of a cruiser.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than a racer.
Yeah.
And still love them in the amount of
built
work.
car, and that's a nice car. The Nova's nice too.
Yeah. So it's all in what you want. Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
realize how deep. Look.
It's almost semi-tubbed out, and I didn't realize that
Yeah,
either.
I just saw that. Look at
Yeah.
the depth of those
Yeah.
wheels. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Look at the tubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And see, that's what when I was sitting up at my booth over there, I kept seeing. I said, that thing tubbed, and so I come over here and looked at it. So, oh yeah, that sucker's got a
oh,
tire.
here
under
you can
it.
really see the fade.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And look at that artwork.
Yeah, really nice.
The hidden artwork
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, really
I
nice.
totally missed that one.
Yeah. This is a car that you would walk by and think is just
Yeah.
simple, but it's really not simple. If you come right here, Mike, you pick it up. If you stand right there, you see the split down the peak down here. You see how this is a darker than here. So that's a fade that's thrown here off the gun that he painted here.
Yeah, even if you look down the fin,
Exactly.
you can see it a harsher
Yeah, exactly.
yellow on the right versus the
but
center.
it's a soft blend. He does like what I do. I make my blends soft and
Well,
build
he's
off of them.
highlighting the features
Exactly.
and the line of the car,
Yep.
which is really
Yep.
cool. Yeah, it's a really
it's
nice car.
enhancing what your eye would naturally pick up from the light, from
And
your
it
sunlight.
draws your attention to it.
Exactly.
That way, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then we got Carly's car.
Yep. Cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you beat how cool would it be to have a car painted by Winfield?
I know.
I would like to have one just in my stable that Winfield painted. You know, I messed up Larry Watson was going to come and shoot my truck, or I was going to shoot it. He was going to lay out some graphics, and we were going to have fun.
And you missed out on that, huh?
It was he was coming up a weekend. We were going to lay it all out, and I got busy and told him this weekend's not good. And about 2 more weekends, he passed away.
Oh, I'm
so
so sorry.
that is crazy. So,
but you know what? Forever, ever, you'll have the memory that he was
oh,
intending to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know, and I think you can take that with you, but you can't take the car or the artwork
Exactly.
with you.
You're right. So it would be cool to have a car done by Winfield. And,
and the cool part too is that, well, cool part, but I mean, she spent literally 3 or 4 months with him.
Yes.
To get it to this point.
Yes, exactly.
And just that experience. I mean, I've gone through Winfield's collection a couple of times.
Yeah.
And just spending a couple hours in there is mind-boggling.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yep.
So
no, it turned out really well. She's proud of it and she likes it. And it's really turned out really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's really happy sitting there.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to mention her probably in here too. You know? But yeah, so I appreciate you taking the time walking us through anything. And
no problem.
And they'll find you Oz Welch on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. And do you have a separate page for the custom stuff?
I don't think I do. I think I did, but I think I got rid of it. I think it just goes off my name now.
Yeah, just your name. Well, that's heavy enough as
exactly,
it is. You know?
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate it,
Mike,
man.
you're doing an awesome job. I really appreciate it.
You have a good one.
You too, man.
All right, at Grand National,
Sacramento,
Southern Oregon Rod and Custom Show with Oz Welch and the team from D'Agostino and everybody. Thank you so much. See ya.